A few things that most individuals should look at is there's what's called a formulary drug list. So what are those drugs that are covered under the plan? Making sure that the drug that you're prescribed is part of the plan. Another thing to look at is the provider network. Take a look to make sure that your doctors are part of the network so that you're receiving the best cost value in terms of an in-network benefit. And lastly is just looking at your risk tolerance and making sure that you're looking at the plan design that best suits what you're able to pay in terms of either premium or out-of-pocket costs in the event that you were to seek care in the future. Employee plus one deductible is figured by looking at the individual deductible. So whatever the individual deductible is, if it's you and a spouse or you and a child, you would take that individual deductible and multiply it by 2. So with most of your plans, you'll see that there is what's called a family deductible. Typically that will be 2 individual deductibles. Under the $300 plan, that's where you have the opportunity to have a smaller plus one deductible than you would if you were to look at the family deductible itself. Plan choice is a personal preference looking at risk tolerance. The first thing that you'll look at is the cost of the different plans in terms of what it costs you in terms of payroll. So looking at the payroll deductions, the higher the payroll deduction, the less you're going to have costs out of pocket. So looking at the $300 deductible plan, you may see that that cost will be higher for your payroll, but then when you look at what costs are in terms of services, you'll see that those are lower, not subjected to deductibles and higher out of pocket. So taking that into consideration, maybe looking at where do you see the best opportunity for you as an individual and your risk. Higher premium, less out of pocket, lower premium, higher out of pocket. When looking at each of those 3 items, the first and foremost, looking at your drug formulary, making sure that the drugs you're on are part of that prescribed list of drugs that the plan will cover. Secondly is, again, looking at the doctor network, making sure that the doctors that you're seeking care or the hospitals that you need to go to are part of the network so that you're getting the best cost value in terms of an in-network benefit from your plan. Changing plans mid-year is a little bit more difficult now with the Affordable Care Act. In order to change plans mid-year, you must have what's called a special enrollment event. There are typically 4 special enrollment events: the birth or adoption of a child, marriage, or divorce.